is this just fantasy? Of course not. Here we have Conan again. So there's no shortage of Conan stuff as far as especially comics is concerned. And someday I'm gonna do a video about this phenomena that of all the fantasy types out there, all the different subgenres of fantasy, that this, like, the barbarian thing just has some legs. It really just has all the legs in the world, and this is the kind of fantasy that just is a perennial. And Conan in particular is just, he's the man to beat as far as it comes to this sort of thing. So we're gonna just get right into it. So this is issue 7 of our Titan Comics releases, and last we saw Conan was going for a little roll in the hay with his fellow thief. They just done a job stealing essentially what is a piece of the black sculpture that has within it evil spirits from Thulsa Doom, and those evil spirits got out, and then he got paid, and he got to drinking, and the thief lady who had been eye fucking him decided to do it for real, and then they did, and then she started looking all weird, and that was where we ended it. So we keep coming back to flashbacks of Belit and Conan. And yeah, again, right away, I just gotta say that I think the art for this arc has been really good. But also, like I said, the way it's colored, it's very digital. And there's not anything wrong with that. It's just, there's times where I would prefer a little bit more organic feel to it. But that said, we're living large with a great creative team, I think. So they're basking in the glory of all the gold they've captured. Which, gotta say, how is he fucking cash strapped all the time? He's always got to be stealing shit. He must just be bad with money. But then again, he is a barbarian, and they're not known to be great with money. I mean, how many barbarian bankers do you know? I'm assuming none. So here we get a little confrontation here between Belit and Conan. Long before she died, I suppose. You could say, and it could just be that he's recollecting because he's right now still hurting from being essentially for having her killed, and so he's mourning still. And that's what this whole arc seems to be, is how he's getting past losing this great love of his. And yeah, they're both barbaric, so they're equals, you could say. But now this lady takes this little knife and stabs him. You think that little knife's gonna do anything? Possessed lady? Heck no. And yeah, she's looking real possessed here, and she's also kept her bikini bottoms on, so So some modesty there. Thrice marked for death is what we got here, and so Conan is just getting into it with his former bed partner here, and former thieving partner, and yeah, so you get this little fight scene between Conan and this lady. They come crashing through another dude's room, and the possessed lady cuts the shit out of his mouth, like knocks some teeth out, cuts off part of his tongue. Yeah, like it's real nasty. This is honestly more savage than Savage Sword of Conan was. There's way more gore and as much nudity as there is in Savage Sword of Conan in this. So, Savage Sword of Conan, up some savageness, will you? Get even more savage than this. And this is pretty fucking savage. So yeah, he just beats the living shit, or rather unliving shit out of her, and just pulps her face. And now he's like, oh shit, that was a little extreme. But also she was possessed by ghosts. And this guy is like, you just killed that lady, you murderer. And he's like, bitch, please. I've been murdering my whole fucking life. And he leaves. He's had enough. He's had a rough night. And I really love the coloring of this panel. Look at that warm light on that lantern, and just the ghostly fog, the coolness of it. It's great. He's being called at by a sex worker. It's a scene. It's a whole scene. Everybody. He's lurking about, and now he's having weird visions of him kind of being monstrous, and yeah, he's feeling. I guess he's still a little drunk, a little delirious, and he goes back to the secret meeting place of the thieves because he feels like he's got to tell his fellow thieves, hey guys, he killed one of our members of our group here. But he goes back there, and there's lots of little blood, and it's not looking good. And the thieves that they stole from have found like their secret hiding place, and so they had to. And so yeah, the thieves guild, you could say, is no more, as they say. And this is a great. Also, it's like they took notes from my last video or the video before, where I was like, why would they put this double page spread not the center page? Because like there was one where it was like on something like this where there's like a seam, but here center page, double page spread, looks amazing. Great planning, folks. Great planning. And yeah, what a spread. Yeah, brutal. Cut heads and just blood and gore. Don't even know what happened to this guy, but it don't look good, and but these guys are his men, or his former buddies. They're also possessed, and so he's clearly like, all right, I guess I got to defend myself. And by defend myself, meaning I have to charge at them with my sword and kill them. Which is funny because it's like you could just leave, but he's Conan. He's got to fight. He's Conan the Barbarian. He's not Conan the runawayer. Like, I have all the good lines, folks. And yeah, he's having a devil of a time. And I just love the fight choreography of this, and I just love that he's being put through the ringer. He's like, these guys, showing that these guys aren't pushovers. He's really got to fight for it. And he's got his headbutts, and of course he's got his helmet to help. And also, it's interesting because most of the time with the classic Conan helmet, the horns are frontwards, but here to the side. But imagine if those were front facing, and he's headbutted him like that. He'd get his helmet stuck in his face. It's pretty, which sounds funny to me, but maybe that's not what they were going for. But yeah, Conan's just getting double teamed here until there's only one left, and then he's got to fight off that one guy. But he cuts out the ankles from below him. Look at this shot. And then at the same time cuts off his head. I love this page. Just great fight choreography. It's dramatic. It's intense. And I just think it is really well rendered. Just that panel alone is just so fucking intense. And I also love that his sword bleeds over here. We're extending past the boundaries of each panel, and his head comes up. Yeah, it's just great. Conan's the last man standing, but that's not necessarily a good thing, because the bodies just get back up, and the spirits leave them. Here we go, the spirits leaving them, and all three of these evil spirits enter Conan. That's right. Conan is possessed by 3 evil spirits in service of Thulsa Doom. So he's now the sword arm of Thulsa Doom. That's an intense ending for an issue, man, and I dig it. It's exciting, and I'm looking forward to showing you where it goes from here. And yeah, just great color. Love when the ghost stuff comes up because the color there is just so awesome. And yeah, that's a hell of an image. And I also love bringing Thulsa Doom into Conan in a way that makes sense with the lore of Conan. Because we all know the movie just used Thulsa Doom because he had a cool name. Really, that's why. And it's like, all right, James Earl Jones is Thulsa Doom. Oh, that sounds cool. But having Thulsa Doom, who was an ancient evil dude, kind of invading Conan's world through like spiritual, ghostly means and ancient means, I think that's great. I think that's awesome. So, fun stuff. Of course, got Barry Windsor Smith here. Barry Windsor Smith's version of the man himself. And yeah, here we go. Conan issue 7 in the can. I'm enjoying it, and for those of you who miss Roberto De La Torre's artwork, fear not, because it looks as though, I believe, he will be the artist behind the next arc of Conan. So after this one's over, we're back to Roberto De La Torre. And I'm fine with them trading off, him coming back, and then other artists coming in. Just keep it dynamic, but and also just keep it fun. Keep the stories exciting like this. And I think it works. So yeah, that's the latest issue, or not the latest issue. It's issue 7 of Conan. But if you want more read my comic, Side Questers. Just do it. If you haven't already, it's fantasy. It's got a giant lizard with a big hammer who kicks all kinds of ass. And his best friend is a warrior who can just cut anything off of anyone. That is one of her superpowers, and also she's super cool and righteous. This is my labor of love. I am excited to share it with the world. You can find it on Global Comics, or you can buy it from me from my website, or you can reach out on my Instagram or something like that, and I will get you a copy of this. You can get one. You can have one. You can also have a copy of Haxan, which is my anthology of kind of wizardy witchcraft stories that take place in the same universe as Side Questers, and they're kind of dark and creepy tales of witches and wizards and stuff. And you can get it all and get the complete look at the world. And also, if you like comics generally and you like superhero stuff, check out 3-Panel Origin. It's my weekly webcomic series where I create a character and tell their origin in 3 panels, and it's usually silly and kind of awkward, like The Tick or something, like like Porta Potty. Anytime he goes in a Porta John, he can teleport somewhere else, and he uses it to steal or something. It's good fun stuff. And this collects the first 3 years in a physical format with all like refurbished art. And then this is short stories dealing with many characters from the pages of 3-Panel Origin. So you can get all that stuff on my website, and you can hopefully get Conan at your local comic shop.